In the wealth architecture framework, we don't work for money. We build machines that produce money. The 99% are trapped in the active labor loop, a state where the moment they stop moving, the cash stops flowing. In the machine-like grind, we focus on systemic yield. This is the clinical process of converting your active income into autonomous nodes that generate yield regardless of your physical presence. You are moving from being the engine to being the architect. The first principle is the velocity of transition. Most high earners make the mistake of trying to build their second engine while spending 100% of their first engine's fuel on lifestyle. To engineer your income, you must treat your day job or primary business as a capital faucet. Every drop of surplus must be routed into yield-bearing assets. You aren't looking for capital gains or speculation, you are looking for cash flow. If an asset doesn't pay you to own it, it isn't an engine, it's a storage locker. We prioritize assets that provide monthly or quarterly liquidity because liquidity is the oil that keeps your machine growing. The second principle is structural scalability. Active labor is limited by the 24-hour ceiling. You cannot work 25 hours a day. Therefore, active labor has zero scalability. Systemic yield, however, is built on leverage, code, capital, or automated systems. When you invest in a yield node, you are buying someone else's time or the output of a digital system. This allows your revenue capacity to become infinite. The architect is obsessed with decoupling. If your income is still coupled to your heartbeat, you are a high-level slave. You must build the systemic layer that stands between you and the marketplace. The third principle is the reinvestment flywheel. In the early stages of income engineering, the yield will be small. The 99% see $100 in passive income and spend it on dinner. The 1% see that $100 as free fuel. They immediately route it back into the asset to increase its power output. This is how you create a self-sustaining machine. Eventually, the yield from your assets will exceed your operational costs. This is the point of terminal velocity. Once you hit this mark, work becomes optional and wealth becomes inevitable. The psychology of the 1% in this domain is yield over ego. They don't care about the prestige of their job title. They care about the net monthly yield of their portfolio. They would rather own a boring automated car wash that nets $5,000 a month than a flashy startup that burns cash. They are systemic hunters. They look for inefficiency in the market, build a process to solve it, and then step back to let the process run. To execute the yield protocol, you must identify your first node. This could be dividend equities, private lending, or an automated digital product. Your goal is to have your first yield node cover one specific bill, perhaps your phone bill or your internet. Once that bill is engineered, move to the next. You are literally buying back your life, one bill at a time. You aren't just making money, you are building a fortress of recurrent reality. Engineer the flow, decouple the labor, own the machine. The engine is now online. If you are ready to master the science of systemic yield, subscribe. The Wealth Architecture series is your blueprint for the 1%. We will see you in the next deep dive.